Now we know what else you're thinking. You're thinking, yes, that's very clever, but what would it look like if a robot did it? Let's see what happens.
We're going to get some Kylie.
Straight ahead. Right in the middle, please.
Right, straight. Great, thanks guys.
Kylie, forward. Kylie. Kylie, straight down the middle. Kylie, straight ahead. Kylie.
I'm trying to let it sink in that it's actually, it's published, it's happened, people are loving it, and it seems, we started it quite a long time ago, well, for my projects. I think Puffin all had a small fit when I said, I'd like to be ready by this time, and so for them it was really quick, but I'm thrilled. It says everything that I really feel about my team and being on tour, and the fact that I'm about to go back on tour. It's very relevant at the moment.
And Kylie, just over to me, please. That's lovely.
And just straight ahead, please. And Kylie, big smiles, girls, big smiles. And again, please. Straight forward.
Well, firstly, the reason that do you know what? Way back to when I was in primary school, I used to do little drawings and stories, and my dad will love this. He's always said, one day you're going to write a children's book. I know that sounds impossible, but I remember that from being a child. And what really spurred this book on was when I was on tour, I've got a lot of drawings from children that I melted every time I received one of these drawings. Some of them I thought, well, that must be me on a bad day. There's like eyes here and very Picasso. But just to see their interpretation and what really stood out to them. And normally it was the dress, it was the shoes, the lights on stage. I generally had a microphone, and that was kind of a theme that went through their drawings. So at first I thought I'd love to be able to publish those pictures, because it's cool to see how they perceive me, but then maybe that just is fun for me. So it led to cut a long story short, it led to the Showgirl Princess, and I met with the publishers whilst I was having treatment. So yes, it was therapeutic to be working on something that I could basically do through meetings and on the computer, on the internet. I took about like hundreds of pictures of Sheba, put them, I was so hands-on, put it in the computer, emailed that, no, that's not right, change that, and so yeah, it could all happen whilst I was in recovery. And so yeah, it's for me, I think everything I'm doing at the moment feels slightly monumental because I'm here and it's happening. So I think that's answered your question.
Straight forward. Straight forward.
Thanks guys.
That'll do. Last one.
Everything in the book, although we've slightly modified it to fit within the parameters of the book, has happened. My shoes did go missing on the Fever tour. I had the opening outfit, I had, as you do, thigh-high silver boots, and they had to be sprayed every few days to keep them looking good. And the girl who was taking care of that decided she would hang them on the rear vision, the side mirrors of one of the trucks parked in the bay. Turns out the truck driver gets into his truck, sees a boot, says, I don't know what this is, I don't know, the boot, takes it off. And then he's driving down the M something or A something and hears a clang clang, the thump the side of the truck. Meanwhile, all of this drama is happening unbeknownst to me, and then it finally, you know, like half an hour before the show, it's revealed to me that we have a, you know, Houston, we have a problem. The poor girl is in tears, she's beside herself. We didn't have a backup pair, and anyway, it involved the tour manager trying to calm her down, saying, right, which truck was it? Describe the colour of the truck. She was like, it was, I don't know. Anyway, they call the driver, he returns, the boot is returned in time, and the show goes on. And I honestly feel that with my whole team on tour, it is a team effort, and I love to see the crew doing load in, doing load out. Ultimately, it's my job to do what I have to do, but to have people around you who are not only skilled and talented and creative, but who care so much about the end result, I think that's why we have such a good energy on tour.
Straight ahead, Kylie, straight Hey Kylie, just straight forward.
I would love to. I'd absolutely love to. It's been such a fun experience. So we'll see. I think there's a lot of excited kids, so I hope so.
Oh wow! This way.
Well, the writing was I spoke with the publishers and we just generally had a chat about what would you like to say, and I said, well, you know, the last thing I did was really come off tour, albeit slightly earlier than I had expected, but just about the tour family, the tour atmosphere. And it was actually Ollie who suggested, why don't you do it 24 hours, what happens in a day? And generally when people ask me to just, you know, describe a regular day for you, it's really difficult because every day is different. But when you're on tour, you do have more of a routine. And I mean, for me, I look through the book and I'm going, that is the drama, that is the detail that they've gone to. And the lengths they've gone to is really great. And again, it was something that I could do. I had time to do it. I think it would have been one of those projects that I would have had to squeeze in amongst a zillion other things, and it was perfect timing.
Forward. Girls, look forward. Just spread ahead. Kylie, and Kylie, just look up. Kylie, look up to her. Just give a really big cuddle,
He's pleased, yeah. Sheba, I would have loved to bring Sheba, but I think there's passport issues. But yeah, I miss Sheba, and she was really helpful, as animals can be when you just want a little cuddle.
We see the sleep. That's really good. Really good.
Thank you.